Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Entropia content. I can't believe it. I got so much action going on, I had to record another episode right away. I was like, man, everything's happening while I'm not even recording. Alright, so as soon as I landed on Rocktropia, it's just been action-packed. I ran into this new player named Matthew Frenner, and he's been sweating for a long time at Rocktropia. And he collected 40k sweat that he wanted to sell that he all self-sweated. So I was like, man, that's pretty nice. And he's selling it for 1 ped per k. So you can see that's under the asking price of even on that other planet I was just at, Syrian. So I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna buy up a little bit of sweat at 1 ped a k, try reselling it at my shop. So if you read over the chat here, it says, I asked him if I could get any cheaper if I bought it all, and he said no, that he can't go anything under 1. And I said that's fine, because at least 1 is pretty much rock bottom for sweat prices. I've seen people buying at 0.9 and stuff, but I think that's a little bit cheap, even for me. Right, yeah, so he wanted me to come meet him, so I met him at the teleporter. Then after we exchanged the sweat, he said if we could become friends to sell sweat later. So you can see this is how the sweat trade really gets you a lot of friends in the game quickly, especially new players that are just joining. They're starting to get used to trading. I don't really mind if he even is a sweat reseller and he didn't sweat all those 40k himself, because I was on the bare minimum of sweat in my shop. So this is my shop, everyone, if no one's seen it before, on Rocktropia. It's the Knowing Sweat shop. You can see it's right next to the teleporter at Camp Crunk. And if any of the viewers wonder what I'm actually pooling all my money towards, is I'm trying to get enough money in Entropia so that I can unlock these Camp Crunk cloth crates. It's like a mission that's exclusive to owning these booths. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll make today's episode about. So, yeah, that was the first bit of action. But to get to some more action before we even begin that, I also had another viewer who was just asking. He's the Wanderer. He's like, did you ever by chance buy a starter pack? Here, let me move this so you can read it. And I said, nope, not yet. Just the Strongbox keys. And he said, only ammo and peas. Alright, so there's someone selling shit. But yeah, so his question is, he's trying to find out if he can buy multiple regular packs so that my hand's on multiple Barbellas. I don't know, is a Barbella a gun or something? I'm pretty sure they might cap it at 1 per character. Does anyone know the answer to that question? If anyone's good at Entropia, maybe they could help this guy out. So if you happen to find out the message, maybe let the Wanderer know if buying 2 starter packs is the way to go or not. Alright, so thanks for all the big action that's going on in Entropia. Yeah, so then one of the things I'm going to do is open up that page and hopefully it's working. I tested it the other day and it is again. Now I've got 2 things, big action time stuff that I can show you that's been happening. Let's see. Alright, I already have Google open, so that shouldn't lag too bad. Now what I did is, now that I'm on Rocktropia, I can show you that Bitcoin shit, what's been going on with that. But before I do that, I want to show you what's happening with these. Here it is. So this has to do with what I was just talking about, unlocking those Camp Crate mission shits. Right, word. Now we're back. Alright, so this is a website I was trying to show on another stream before, but it kept crashing, so at least now I can show it. Hopefully, for now. So you can see you can buy these, like, different things here. Here's some at the jail cells. I don't know, I really wanted to buy a fucking prison store and stuff, but for fucking years I've been trying to figure out how to get that to work properly. Every time I go there I can break out of the prison, but I can never have that teleporter unlocked, so I can just keep going back. So really, in order to buy a shop there, I'd have to figure out how to get the place to even fucking work. A lot of times I end up stuck in it. Alright, the secret island temples. This is getting tempting. The basements are sold out. So maybe that has to be where the tangerine basements, maybe those are those. Or no, underneath UK fashion. Yeah, that sounds like in the tangerine. The pub brawls, they're still for sale. The gas station, the armory and stuff and all that. The Zomhat and stackers and the shipping crates. Alright, so this is where my shit comes in. Or is it? Let me go down. Yeah, it is. Alright, I'll increase the size of this so viewers on cell phones can see it. Alright, the shipping crates are managed. Here, let me move my guy down here. Alright. The shipping crates are managed by import-exporters and may contain a small variety of goods. Sometimes, however, they are used for smuggling contraband. Beware, these mystery containers are often heavily guarded. Camp Crunk shipping crates can only be acquired by Crunk market stall holders. Try reading that 3 times fast. Alright, all other crates can be acquired by anybody. Now, I don't believe this is correct for what I'm trying to show, because... Oh, there we are. Yeah, here's the ones by mine. So you can see here that I'll show you when we get back to Entropia. Someone's already bought one of them. And the type of items that you can win by doing his is clothing. So that's pretty cool. I wish I would have bought that one. Next, we have the ones that are still for sale, and I'm eligible to buy one of them because I own Camp Crunk. So I need, what is it, 3 million bananas or 300,000 Rocktropia dollars. Or I could hope for a discount. Looks like they do for occasionally go on sale for 20% off. So maybe they could cut me the 20% off sale and I could unlock one for decorations or furniture. Realistically, I'm never going to be able to afford these. I don't have many bananas saved at all yet. But you never know. The way my fucking cryptocurrency stuff has been going lately. So many people have signed up for referrals. I'm actually going up faster than I can build it just for my referrals. So big shout out to everyone who signed up for my referrals. And yeah, I'll give that a shout on the show next. But before I do that, let me show what it has to do with Entropia. Because now I'm actually on Rocktropia so I can show you guys. Now before I was mentioning some sort of item that was linking Rocktropia to cryptocurrency, and I'll show you, I still have it in storage. Here it is, right here. Has anyone seen this item before? They call it the luck token. So here it says that the luck token, here maybe I'll make this the luck token will be the thumbnail. Oh yeah, let me hit the thumbnail button while I'm doing that, or it's kind of pointless. Alright, I think that worked. So, anyways, yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's have that in the thumbnail. Alright, sorry guys for the cheesy photo apps. Not very good at taking selfies if you haven't noticed by now. Right, this token has a connection to the luck token inside your Never Die wallet. and you can link your Entropia account to the Never Die wallet to interact with the Ethereum blockchain. So that's like all the Bitcoins and whatever other online cryptocurrencies. And it says create your Never Die wallet at neverdie.io. So I'll try to boot up that website right now, but I'm pretty sure it's down. Yeah, like that other person we were talking about before, this whole Never Die, ah, here it is, the Never Die wallet system link. Alright, so when I click the Never Die wallet system link, this opens. And looks like it's loading. I don't know, I could have swore before it came up with a message saying the website was down. Yeah, so that's why I've been kind of interested in the whole cryptocurrency thing, what was ever going to happen with this link to... Oh, there it went up. Right, so this is what came up now. It says that the domain name is actually for sale now. So I don't know if that's really true or not. Sorry if that ad, I didn't mean to put ads on there, sorry. Alright, so that's what, as far as I know with Bitcoin, it is a little bit risky, but that's why, oh yeah, this one isn't eligible to be played for another 9 minutes, so I'll put that on hold for now. Alright, so that's some of the wild action I've been talking about in Rocktropia. I've been buying, reselling sweat. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I did. Is as soon as I landed here, or relatively after I landed, it was funny, I landed like 2 seconds after I ended the show. I was like, shit, I really should have just landed. That would have been a little bit more of an entertaining ending, maybe. Finished a little too quick and it ruined it. Alright, so... Holy shit, what's been happening? Yeah, I don't know if it's viewers of the show. Big shout out to everyone, but a lot of my items have been selling lately in the shops, which is nice to see. Looks like as the show was going right now, we just had a sale from Creighton Crayish Lettermain, and he purchased this thing. I don't know why it's flashing off and on. What the fuck's with that? Alright, so big shout out to Creighton, or Cranton, or Crankton. Sorry, I can't even read my own name sometimes. Holy shit, someone bought the... Crankton's buying the armor plating. I was hoping someone would buy that. That's sweet. Yeah, you know what this means, guys. Everyone keeps buying the items. I'm going to be getting closer and closer to that 1000 pet and showing my best crafting trick yet. I'm actually kind of nervous to show everyone because I'm like, fuck. Then I'm probably not going to be able to use it to make pet anymore, but... Hopefully everyone won't exploit it too much, or maybe no one will believe me. I've actually told this trick to people before, and for some reason they didn't like it. Because I think it is a certain amount of crafting skills you have to have before it actually pays out. And you have to have a certain amount of skill at reselling blueprints. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go grab my drink on the coffee table, but I was like, shit, I'm not wearing pants, so I better hit pause. And I made sure to pour that other drink down the drain. It was so dumb. I was like already considering drinking a rotten drink. I'm like, geez, I just got over food poisoning. Do I really want to chance it for another drink? Yeah, let's hope it was just food poisoning. To be honest, I'm still not 100%. When I was outside working today, we got a lot done, but I'm super sore. No, we had to take down a tree stump, use this giant fucking hoist thing. The hoist thing bent. I feel really bad because I hate it when I break other people's tools. It wasn't me that was operating it, it was still my brother who owns the hoist, but still I felt bad because it was my job. Jeez, this guy's just fucking clearing out my FOMA shop of items. This is pretty sick. I did not anticipate a fucking huge sell-off of items. I was thinking it was because I posted a lot of Halloween items for sale. I figured now that Halloween's coming up in a few months, not even. What are we at? Fuck, it's August already. August, September, October, yeah, so it's like 2 months away. A little over. But anyways, it was like, since Halloween's coming. Ah, fuck, I'll be right back. I'll try to remember Halloween. Now it's just I have to move my Uncle Pete to the washroom, or back to his room. It's almost time for bed. Right, everyone, I'm back. Yeah, my uncle was actually very cooperative tonight. At one point it was getting really bad that we had to give him antidepressants not to just fight the whole process of going to the washroom. But today he was actually in a really good mood, so it was awesome. And then when I came back, I checked the game, and it's like, what do you know? Fucking guy, I don't know if he's my new favorite viewer or what it is, but holy shit. He's been raking up the sales at my FOMA shop. Let's check what else I managed to sell. Christmas Strongbox. Holy shit. I've had those for sale for quite a while. Another Christmas Strongbox. Big spender. Holy. Another Christmas Strongbox. Imagine he gets a really rare item. I'm praying for him. Or not pray. I try not to pray for monetary value. Reserve it for health these days. No, but I'm hopeful that he will make a big loot. With those strong boxes. Yeah, can you imagine? He just fucking rakes it in. Hits like a jackpot with some sort of Easter ring or a Christmas. Or what was it? Yeah, Christmas ring. That'd be cool. You know where I got those strong boxes? All I had to do was fly to my shop at FOMA. And they're like, here's some Christmas strong boxes. Thanks for being a shop owner. So that's why I always go to all my places that I own shops at when it's those giveaways, like at Christmas or stuff. I know I started a pretty fucking dramatic forum on the Entropia forums once about getting pissed off when the game didn't give out the Christmas gifts. Just because a section on the page used to brag about that if you own different things, you would get even better gifts. So I was like, hey, if I paid and I was supposed to be getting these better gifts, it would be nice if they came. But no, I don't hold it against any of the Planet partners. I heard what happens is sometimes they release a Christmas gift and Mindark will disallow it at the last second for reasons like the Mankini and other shit like that. I think that's what happened to the most recent Christmas item before Never Die and what's his name, Doc, just left and haven't came back to the game. Is they made this kick-ass Christmas gift for everyone who owned shops on Rocktropia. So I was going to be one of the ones who got it. And then it was disallowed at the last second, so Rocktropians all got nothing for Christmas. And I think that was the last we seen of Never Die and Doc as far as it came to actual gifts. Nothing for Halloween, Christmas, or anything since. Maybe I'm wrong about that. There could be something that came out for Halloween, I just forgot. No, I'm pretty sure the 2 Christmases in a row now, there's been nothing. Maybe someone wants to, if they're a shop owner, report. I think that goes only if you own shops. I'm pretty sure apartments don't really get you that extra gift. Oh yeah, and there's also an extra gift if you're a depositor. So sometimes I'll swing by FOMA and they'll give me like 3 or 4 gifts every time at Christmas. So that's where I got those for sale. So thank you, Mindark. That money I just got turned out to be from Christmas. They might have given me a Christmas ring and I just sold it for 10 pet. But you never know, right? Alright, he also bought Basic Coil Blueprint. That was nice. Basic Spurs Blueprint. Holy shit, that was nice. He bought some armor plating. More armor plating. More armor plating. Holy shit, did he just buy the whole stack of armor plating? I think he did. An island shirt for males. He bought that. Right, and there was also another person who was shopping at my Camp Crunk stall, the one that I'm at right now behind me. And they purchased the Halloween torch, which kind of sucks because now I have to buy a new torch, but at least I'll try to get it soon, guys. No, I appreciate the sale. What I do is I usually put my decorations for sale a little bit on the more expensive side, and when they sell, then I can just restock my shop. I hate it when I go into a shop, they have nice decorations, but they're not for sale. So if anyone's into like decorating their shops, maybe keep that as an idea. Maybe sell your actual decorations so people are like, ooh, that looks nice, and just buy it. kind of like going into the lingerie stores and seeing the mannequins wearing lingerie. You want to be able to buy it, not just look at it, right? Yeah, there's an example I know nothing about. Alright, so what else did I do? I think I was going to try doing some hunting. No, I think I had something else exciting. Now I can't remember what it was. Yeah, so for the sweat prices, I was going to show people how to price a stack of sweat. If anyone's wondering how sweat dealers do it at their shop. So here I have this sweat that I purchased at 1 PETK, and it asked me what I want to set the price to. And I'll show you what the price is set at now. So I put it at $13.99, which is essentially what, 1.4 a K, right? So the reason I put it at that is I've been putting sweat for sale at, what is it, 1.2 and even 1.3, and it was selling out so fast I couldn't restock it in time. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it at 1.4 and see if it stabilizes. I think the only reason people are buying it and reselling it so quickly is because Entropia Partners is buying it for 1.5 now, right? Well, yeah, speaking of. So in order to do those Entropia sweat token things, you have to be a member of the Bitcoin. You can follow my link below, but you actually might have to follow it through Entropia Partners if you're going to claim the sweat tokens. I'll try to find out how that works. I actually haven't got any sweat tokens yet, so as far as I know, you can just use my referral link and use the Bitcoin if you want instead. Yeah, but this Bitcoin stuff is going pretty well. You can see my account's back up to over 800. And this is the amount I was at before I went on that crazy betting spree, so I'm not going to bet again until I get to maybe 2,000, I think. Or no serious betting. Alright, see what I get for this roll. So I got 16 Bitcoin basically, or those mini coins. And I'm gradually building up more and more. I'm trying to reach the 1,000 mark. See how long it takes. I think I can reach the 1,000 in a week. So if I can do 4 of those, yeah, it won't be too long until I'm at 10,000 of those little Bitcoins. Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out too, almost forgot, to my referrals. You can see my referrals have been just raking me in the fucking coins lately. It's a big shout out to those guys. I'll try to share some of mine once I catch up to you guys. You can just imagine what their accounts are at if that's how much they made in just in percentage going to me. Holy shit. Someone's raking it in. Yeah, I figured if anyone's good at betting on sports and the stock market and stuff, they have everything on that Bitcoin thing. And wouldn't it be so neat if Bitcoins were linked to Entropia with that item I was showing? That'd be sick. Alright, I'll shut down the Bitcoin lottery for now. Get back to pricing sweat. So you can see that there's also a tax that's incurred when you sell sweat. So for this amount of sweat, you're going to pay this much of a tax. So that's why when I'm pricing it, I'm actually only getting $13.66. So I get, what is it, 1.3 a K? Even though I'm selling it at 1.4. So that's why I'm pricing a little bit higher too. Some of this is going to the owner of Camp Crunk. Yeah, but if anyone can buy sweat, it can help make me be the kingpin of sweat on Entropia. Or not Entropia, on Rocktropia. Let's hope. Alright, so now I can look at the bottles and see that I have them all priced at basically 1.4 a K. And this is still cheap enough that if you want to buy these and resell them to Entropia Partners, right, you could do that. I haven't been having much time to play Entropia Partners lately because I've been so busy with my YouTubing, but I'm going to get back into it more, especially if you guys help with the referrals. I'll have to make a few tutorials on how to make quick money in Entropia Partners so more people will be inclined to do it. Oh yeah, I can't show the surveys, but yeah, I can put how much the surveys would be worth. I don't know, because they have this non-disclosure thing where you can't talk about it. Maybe I'll talk of the surveys but not show them. Alright, so that's my booth, everyone. I put a whole bunch of new sweat for sale. If you want to find it, it's Camp Crunk. If you want to see where Camp Crunk is on the map because you've never got it on Rocktropia before, I'll put it on the screen. Make it easier to find it. See, it's somewhat underneath that red area up north. Whoops. Maybe not behind me would be a good place to put it. Yeah, so there it is there. I don't know what's one of the default teleporters that you can fly from. Maybe that one. Yeah, if you have the Flesher's Corner, that's a good place to fly from, it looks like. Alright, so I think I covered all the big action that was going on. Oh, no, I didn't yet. The other big action was... Here, I'll show you what happens. Oh. Because my Zorn Star didn't sell, I went up here, picked Cyrene, and then I went to 1, where it says 1 on the auction, and then it had the Zorn Star Ignite listed here, saying that I won it because no one placed a bid. So then it asked me if I wanted to retrieve it. The retrieve option was lit up, so I hit retrieve, and it said it's going to ship it to this planet that I'm on for 2 ped. So some people might take a risk and just carry their loots from one planet to the other. This is one of the ways that I ship it from one planet to the other without having to worry about pirates taking it. But it's a 2 ped fee. And I don't really mind that fee because I think that's a reasonable price. Sometimes they dramatically increase it. Like if you're moving a really huge stack and you had a giant markup on it, they might fucking charge a shitload more. I've paid as much as 20 ped to move objects sometimes. You'll see when I go to do my 1000 ped crafting run, depending what planet I do it on, there's going to be some big fees. Now I was saying hi to different players. Someone was commenting, oh, that's a nice pet. The Sophie pet. I've actually got the Sophie backpack for sale in my shop if anyone wants to see what it looks like. I've only got the male version because this was the prize that I won for going to Next Island at Christmas this year. Or the one that just passed. It's nice, I got the animation done for it. For a while there it was all nerfed. Yeah, so far only 160 people have bought them in the game. They usually sell for around 20 ped. So I should increase the price on mine. Shit. Someone almost got a really good deal. Now maybe I'll put it up to 40. No, that's really greedy. 30, that's more my style. Yeah, and so here's the other guy's Soul's shop, the Unikit. I heard he's very active in Entropia too. I'm not really much into hunting, that's probably why we haven't hung out much. If he was into the sweating community, I'd probably talk to him every day. Maybe he is, and I just haven't seen him around. He'd be like, man, I sweat every day, where were you? Now, he's got some cool shit here. This is how you can get into these fucking crates. Remember that thing that I showed on the Rocktropia website? That's how you get into those. Yeah, to get in, I'll show you. Buy this key. Once you have one of these keys, then you have to go over here. I know, they should really have like a giant click here button, but when you go up to this crate, it asks you if you have the key. So in order to get the key, you have to get it from him. Yeah, I was thinking too. I don't know if I priced it out properly. Let's see, do I even have it for sale here anymore? No, it's at my other shop. But anyways, I took the reward print from winning Crafting Mania, and I tried to put it for sale for the same amount of bananas that I need to unlock the the mission, so that people can win furniture. But then the real catch too is once I do that, the game gives me that unlocked and a specific blueprint that only I can craft to make these keys. But hopefully it's not a blueprint that costs a fortune to make, because usually my crafting runs are pretty pov if you see it. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Maybe they can make sure the print's usable for me. Yeah, maybe I'll check out the markup on these keys and see what they're at lately. Yeah, see, the weird thing with these keys, someone bought some from his shop. It wasn't me, I swear. And he tested just putting them on the auction on Calypso. And someone was buying them for fucking 400 ped. So he was only selling them for 40 ped here. And they were selling on Calypso for 400. So I don't know if maybe that's one of his buddies is like, hey, I'll help raise the price of your keys. Because it looks like one also sold for 1 ped. So when that one sold for 1 ped, someone took a huge loss on that. Maybe that was me. That actually sounds a little bit familiar. Alright, so big shout out to Soul. I don't remember if anyone remembers the story about how Soul got the shop. I shouldn't keep telling it because I don't even know if it's true. Or at least how much of it is true. No, he was asking if he could buy my shop. I think he asked if he could buy this guy. What's his name? I'll just go show you where the shopkeeper things are. Just for any of my new viewers that haven't seen the story. Yeah, so Soul wanted to buy my shop. Or he also wanted to buy... Hey, did someone sell their shop? No, his deed thing must be here. Yeah, here it is. Big Daddy used to own the other stall. So neither of us would sell Soul the stall, but I put a price, but it was too high for him. So, what the game did, instead of Soul paying me the high price and getting my shop, they just built him another one right next to ours. And me and Big Daddy were a little, well, I was a little bit upset because we wanted to do the Park Place Monopoly, what is it, Boardwalk and Park Place Monopoly. There was only 2 shops and we both had them. We're like, who can get the fucking, both of them? So we even considered like working together at one point, but it never went through. And yeah, so what happened, they just sold him a new shop and then he unlocked the cloth crate. So it kind of sucks. I kind of wish he would have, well, I was happy in a way because I didn't really want to sell my shop even for a high price. I've had a higher price offer since, actually. I didn't take it either. Alright, so in order to do my vaporizer a bit, I figure I'll go and collect a little bit of sweat. Or no, let's do a little bit of a tour around here. If anyone hasn't seen my AI mission, it was one of my first Entropia videos early on and experimenting with type of video formats I wanted to use. Which, speaking of, I got a quick message from my sponsor. Today's show was brought to you by Crack. Crack. It'll fuck you up. Alright, welcome back everyone. Now this is one of the ways that you can complete the AI mission. I did a really long video about it before. Basically every time I'm near the Camp Crunk place, I take out my gun, the AI gun. It uses hardly any ammo. I equip it, and I just do a lap around here. Make sure that there's not any extra mobs that are running around that I haven't killed yet. What I'm looking for is those AI mobs, because every time you kill them, you get a fucking huge reward if you can finish 40. The catch is, only killing these zombies or certain types of enemies will make the AI spawn, but sometimes people kill them and just leave a few of them when they don't need anymore. So I'll just come and see if there's any stragglers left over. The nice part about it too is when you're doing the laps around the level, even if you don't find any, usually you find some dung on the ground. I think I already did find some. I was like, man, such action. I found some shit on the ground and everyone missed it. Yeah, so far the 16 kills that I've had on the mission so far, none of them came from killing actual mobs. It's just the AI kills only. Another place you can do this is at Club Never Die. That's the most common one. Yeah, today on the vape menu is Sun Farm Sativa with a little bit of drips of vapor oil. I figure I'm probably going to vape all this week to get over that fucking food poisoning. I'm actually much more careful watching what my mom's cooking now because she's reaching the point where she is getting a little senile. I'm not putting food away quick and stuff, so I have to be extra careful now that I've already had bad food poisoning once. Not to blame her or anything, but I could have swore the night that it happened was actually when I was having some really undercooked pork. I was like, shit, that's one that you have to be careful not to undercook it, right? Fucking the undercooked pork tasted so good though. It was like so fucking flavor filled, not overcooked. I think there was an item there on the ground, I just missed it. Now, never again will I ever mock people with food poisoning. Dear God, I thought I was dying. Almost had to go to the emergency room. Maybe undercooked pork is one of the worst ones to get. No, I'm still actually quite weak from it. Today I managed to pull a stump out of the backyard though. I'm almost ready to put in the concrete. Talked to my brother to see if I could hire him and some of his workers to do it. And he seemed up for it, so I was like, holy shit, I might actually get this concrete slab done quicker than I thought. The only thing that's stopping me now is if I die from my stomach first, or if the building permit process doesn't go well either. I think that's a pretty high probability. They might be strict in what kind of sheds you're allowed to build. I have a feeling that's why most people go with those bunkies and small house designs, is because they're trying to get under the building permit limit. Which is so stupid. I wish the city would just make the building permit limit a little bit bigger so people wouldn't have to live in fucking tiny places. Would it kill the government to make it like maybe 30 or 40% bigger? So instead of a 10 by 10 limit, maybe it's a 15 by 15 limit. Well, I guess that'd be 150% bigger, but still, it would help a lot of people stuck living in those tiny houses. Yeah, so if you're lucky, sometimes there'll be some AI all around this area that I just did a lap in. Doesn't look like anyone left any today, so maybe I'll come back next episode tomorrow, see if I find any AI here then. It'd be nice to show off 1 or 2 kills of them. As you can see, you don't really have to worry much about the zombies killing you, except when you stop to shoot the AI, then they'll start hitting you. But as long as you keep a decent running pace, they're not really going to catch you. They're very slow zombies. Oh, look, there's some fruit. See, I was talking about how even doing this mission, if there's no AI, you usually get some fruit for your work. Fruit or shit. I'll show you when I get to the teleporter, or storage, how much I got. Oh yeah, once I get to the storage too, I'll go through my shop sales and see how much I'm getting closer to the 1,000 ped mark. Oh yeah, I didn't even finish the story, what I was doing at that auction. Yeah, so when I went to Cyrene and I pressed the order of return it to where I am, in 12 hours the Zorn star will arrive, and then I'll put it for sale in my shop. And that was the other thing, I had that metal residue stack on my shop for a long time for sale, and it was for sale for cheap, but no one bought it. So my plan is I just put it for sale in the auction. Anyone who wants to buy it now will have a better chance of seeing it. Yeah, it's a weird thing I've noticed about being an Entropia shop owner. Sometimes I lower an item's price, wait like months, lower it again, wait months, lower it again, wait months. I'll keep doing that over and over to the point where it's so cheap. I'm like, dear God, I could just take this and put it on auction and get more. And then I do. I put it on auction for like double what I was asking at the shop. What do you know, it'll sell the first day. So that's what I was thinking, as nice as it is having a shop, it always doesn't work out for the best when it comes to selling items. The only thing I think it really works out better for is like, say you have apartments or rings or Calypso land deeds or something you want to sell. Then you're starting to save some big commission. So maybe that's when it's better to have shops, if you're just buying a shop to actually make profits from owning it. Yeah, I was going to give advice to shopkeepers, like what's the best things that I've ever had for sale in my shops that made the most money? Well, to be honest, sweat's probably a big one, but just because I sell it in such mass numbers. Usually it's one of my hot sales. The other one is apartment sales. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just go on the Calypso auction, just keep hunting for cheap apartments, and then one would come for sale for cheap. I would buy it, then I'd bring it all the way to Rocktropia here and put it inside a shopkeeper deed or something, and then someone would look at it and buy it, and I would make maybe 500 ped from not even doing anything, like it was just for sale in my shopkeeper. So that's where I'm like approaching global level sales. That was stupid. The only reason I took the shopkeeper away from Camp Crunk, I was convinced that if I sold it on auction for 22,200, I was going to make a profit, because I actually bought it for 1,800 ped at the time. It was a smoking hot chick shopkeeper too. Fuck, I wish I would have kept her. But anyways, yeah, I sold her on auction. And then after I regretted it, because now I can't sell any apartments here anymore. So now the items I have for sale are a lot cheaper. Because if I try to put the apartment deed for sale on the shelf, it'll say, no, you can't put it on for sale here. You can only sell it in shopkeepers. Same with, well, Arcadia Underground deeds you can put on the shelf. Calypso land deeds you can't. You need the, or wait, can you put the Calypso land deed? Maybe someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was shops you can't. Same with vehicles. If you want to sell a vehicle, you need a shopkeeper pad, obviously. You can't just spawn it next to here. Alright, so yeah, that's some of the news. Once the Zorn Star arrives, I'll put it for sale here. I'll show everyone how much I put the metal residue for sale on auction here. Maybe someone who's a big spender and wants to save some shipping fees can pick it up. Now, there was no residue at all for sale on Rocktropia's auction, or as far as crafting residue. So what I did is I put mine for sale at 104, which is substantially higher than I had it for sale in my shop. I think in my shop I had it for 102 something, plus I would have had to pay the fee. So if it sells, then I'll get 391 ped. That'll go a long way. That'll be back up to 600. So then once that's at 600, then I'll have to resell my Zorn. I think if my Zorn doesn't sell right away on the booth, I might just put it for sale on the Rocktropia auction also. Hopefully a crafter will notice it and be like, holy shit, some Zorn's already here, I don't have to ship it. Alright, so the other thing I wanted to check. Maybe I'll swing by the oil rigs. I haven't dropped by them since I arrived on Rocktropia. You know what's the weirdest thing when I arrive on Rocktropia? I don't know if anyone's experienced this feeling. It's like when I go on really long bus trips and my adventures to ancient mystery sites up north. Sometimes it's like 8, 9, 12-hour bus rides. But when on the bus ride back, when I start coming to my hometown again, I always get that feeling in my stomach like, yeah, I'm almost home. I can feel Entropia is only a few minutes away. No, but then I get that same feeling when I fly back to Rocktropia. It's like, it's so much of my home planet. I kind of wish I was born here. But Rocktropia, I believe, didn't exist when I started in the game. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. Unless it was just so far away I didn't even know you could get to it. Alright, Studio Gate South. No. Let's drop by the noobs. I swear I'm not going because it sounds like boobs. Or am I? Let's get my priorities straight. First we'll swing by for the oil, then we'll swing by for the boobs. Swing for boobs. Come on. I'm missing out on the oil while it's stuck. Now this is the oil rig, if anyone didn't see it in previous episodes. Someone was telling me you have to kill people in PvP for the oil to appear. I don't know, it looks like to me it's here. Unless there was some PvP battles going on. And I haven't seen them yet. So it's like fucking action, man. When I played this oil rig and have oil to pick up everywhere, it reminds me of the favorite games I played when I was a kid. It's like I'm Sonic or fucking Mario running around picking up shit. Wish I could get this kind of motivation for picking up trash in my room. And if people want to see how far the oil sprays, sometimes it spreads down this little ramp, but it's pretty rare. I haven't seen hardly any down the ramp. It does spray it over here, but I'll show you the extent over on this side, see if there's any people here. See, I wanted to use my vaporizer. I was like, I'm gonna go collect some sweat, but I was like, shit. There's probably fucking oil laying all over there, and I'll just be leaving it there for someone else. Unless I go collect it. Some people just camp here, wait for the oil, then come back or turn their computer back on. Ooh, look at this. I like the separation between those. Almost wanted to walk between them first. Okay, gotta get my mind out of the gutter. Jeez. I don't know, is it just me or is this like shitloads of oil? Even a 2-stack. It's like I'm living large. Sure, this ain't like the Ashai rig on Calypso, but at least there's nobody here. Hope I don't keep flooding places with players, everyone watching my videos. Be like, whoa, look at all that oil. Now, I used to come to this oil rig for years, and oil would never appear here. So I was kind of sick of it. I'm like, there's never any oil. And then I just still periodically came back and checked it every now and then. And then one day there was oil. I was like, son of a bitch, there actually is oil here. No, because I seen that oil rig machine there, and I was like, hey, that's an oil rig machine. How come there's nothing coming out? Well, for a second I thought I saw rocks on the ground. Yeah, so if anyone's wondering about the setup that Never Die does, and they doubt his plans, like just try to use Rocktropia as an example of how good he can actually make something. That's why when someone says his ideas really suck, I'm like, well, look at some of his previous examples. Maybe someone thought this oil rig sucked here, but I don't know. To me, this was a great plan. I kind of wish for his sake more people are here doing the PvP and fighting over the oil, but they must be generating revenue from it somehow. Maybe it's true, like, someone actually did do PvP here earlier, and that's why the oil's still coming out. That could be it. Alright, so that's the general area of where the oil can come out. Sometimes it does spray all the way to these cans. You know, when things spray out, it's a little unpredictable. Now maybe I'll run across the level one last time, see if I missed any. Nah, I'll just come back, that's a little greedy. Now I should leave opportunities for other players to come and collect some. I don't want to be hoarding all the oil. Let's go hoard something else. Hey, look at that, gamer chick, anime girl. I don't even think I've seen that poster. I just glanced at it before and never really looked at it. Looks nice. Alright, the most famous rig, we'll swing by there, see if anyone's here picking up oil. I think that's what it is. I always get it mixed up because its name's so weird. They should really just call it the oil rig. Then everyone would be like, hey, that's where the oil rig is. No, this is not it. Fuck. I think it was extraction something. Let's try that one. You can tell because it's like a helicopter on a hill, and I'm not hitting teleport or something happened. Shit, this isn't it either. Alright, let's check out the next extractions. That one has to be it. Yeah, this one looks more like it. Yeah, see, these wolves like to bite you, but you should be able to outrun them until you get to the turret. Unless you're really weak, they might give you a good beating. Or if you go the wrong direction. Did I go the wrong direction? What the fuck? Alright, yeah. There's the helicopter. I'm supposed to go down this direction. I don't know where I was going before. I think I'm catching a pretty good buzz today. Yeah, if you can see the satellite dish, you know you're going in the right direction. This is a good place to check for meteors, or not meteors, but fruit and rocks on the ground. The reason being is the snow is a good contrast, so you can see it stand out easier. That's actually why they go up to the North Pole in different ice-covered areas to look for meteors, because then they can see them from miles away. If there's any rocks on top of the ice, they're like, hey, that's a meteor. That's one of the skeptics that said that they never actually went to the moon. It's because Wernher von Braun, the guy that was the Nazi that was working for NASA, who did all the stuff with rockets, he actually went on a trip to the North Pole to collect rocks that were later claimed to be moon rocks. So I don't know if that's really true. Who knows? I think the story part of him going there is at least true. Whether or not they collected rocks and claimed they were moon rocks is another debate. So you can see there's quite a bit of oil all over Rocktropia. I'm not having that much trouble getting some compared to fighting with people at Calypso for it. And this is almost ridiculous. I was hoping to have more boring action sweating, but I'm just like running around just raking in the ped today. Especially those freaking sales. It's like, man, this is one of the first episodes in a while my account balance is going to be going up. Who knows, maybe even the sweat resale business will pick up. No, for what is it? For each stack of those bottles of sweat that sell, I'll make 3 ped roughly. So hopefully a couple of those stacks sell. Yeah, and really, if someone wants to buy them and resell them to Entropia partners, they can if they have sweat tokens. And one of the most guaranteed ways to get the sweat tokens, I think, is watching Tia's streams. As much as I'd like you to just be able to get them from free Bitcoin, I haven't actually proved that that part works yet. They did warn that it's a little bit slow for the sweat tokens to carry over from the free Bitcoin. And I don't know if you have to sign up through Tia's referral link in order for it to work either. Maybe just signing up in sweat or that Bitcoin place in general will get you them. Hopefully. And if anyone's wondering the trick of what I do if these wolves keep biting me a lot, sometimes I'll try to lose them. Like I'll run really far away from this place with a whole bunch of them. So they'll have a long time for them to walk back to get to this place. But I don't think I'm going to stick around here that long. I'll just pick up all the oil and run the hell out of here. I don't really mind the wolves because they do give me quite a bit of skills while they're biting me. So it's like I'm getting skill points and collecting pet at the same time. So this is where this oil rig's a little bit on the more exciting side compared to your traditional breadline oil rig or the SI one. I do want to swing by and do a video at the Arcadia oil rig. It's been a while since I've been there. That was one my friend Beamer used to like a lot. He liked to chat with one of the guys that was always there. That was a nice thing. Sometimes you go to the oil rigs and just chatting with the people that are waiting for oils. Quite a fun adventure as well. Like, people underestimate those old D&D games. What is it, Dungeons and Dragons? That was all about having a really good dungeon master. A guy that could write a story and walk everyone through it. So say you met a guy at one of the oil rigs, and he was like a really good dungeon master from playing D&D his whole life. Well, meeting him and talking to him is probably going to make collecting oil pretty fun. It's all about who you're talking with, right? I don't know, that was a pretty good haul of oil. I really should have tried to count before and after each oil rig so it would separate how much I got at each one. It's like, worship me, you wolves. Alright, how much more free stuff can I get before this episode is over? Let's fill this episode just jam-packed with fresh content. Yeah, this ain't the channel you're gonna watch to see a lot of swirls, but if you want to see ways for your account ped to go up, yeah, we'll check what mine went up since this episode began. I'll try to do another 10 minutes even though we're close to the hour mark. I'll just try to do my fucking sponsor messages and all that shit while I do some more action. So it's not just a boring fire screen. Alright, this is a place I get a little bit emotional sometimes, guys, so sorry. I'll try to keep it together. Now that I've been getting over food poisoning, and I couldn't drink for a while there, made me think of Lemmy, and the beer garden. That's where I'm going. See if we can pick up some kegs to finish off this adventure. So hopefully I can fly this ship properly. Now people have asked, can you just run to Lemmy's Motorhead Stadium? I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure if you did, you would encounter a whole bunch of creatures that would just chase you the whole way. And there's no turrets there. Which is kind of a shame. I wish they put one turret there and then held concerts so people could just gather around the concert turret. Maybe if anyone at Never Die or Mind Arc wants to just add maybe one turret to the stadium so people could actually hold concerts there without everyone dying. I know it is neat to have the PvP around it, so maybe leave PvP with a turret? I don't even know if you can do that, right? Like I was thinking have one turret right maybe in the center of the stage. That'd be pretty sick. Now Lemmy was one of the band members from the band Motorhead. He did shows in my town, Kitchener. Never got a chance to see him because it was before my time. Like, I was just a kid, so I couldn't get into the bars when he was playing there. He hasn't really been dead that long. It's just I was never really into the bar scene either, so there's probably a chance I could have seen him. Now, it wasn't cool just because he played at my town, but the band Motorhead is pretty popular. I'm sure you've heard of it. Some pretty sick music. The good old partying lifestyle. Yeah, so him and Never Die used to do some work on this Entropian game together. Some people debate if he actually did, but I've seen pictures of them working on the game or at least playing the game together. Yeah, so that's one of the kegs I just picked up. You have to be on the lookout for different creatures that'll kill you. There's the Motorhead God, sometimes the Black Panthers. So you gotta be on the lookout. Not only is there kegs, but sometimes you can pick up other stuff like fruit and other minerals, the Berkite and all that shit. Now I know a few people like to watch my videos to actually make profits in Entropia. This isn't going to make you a ton of money running around picking up all this shit, but if you're trying to mix up sweating with some activity that's a little bit more exciting, running away from these panthers gets pretty intense. Fuck, almost didn't even see that one. The best is you try to lure those panthers in the water, and they'll just drown themselves. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe everyone went to Calypso for that big event. Usually there's at least one or two people running around picking up stuff that I have to compete with. I feel kind of guilty having no one else to compete. It's like having a whole planet to myself, huh? Yeah, so maybe if you're into dropping by this place and picking up stuff, check out some Motorhead songs on YouTube and give them a like or two. Check out the history of Lemmy. He was a pretty cool guy. Now, I knew some of the bouncers that used to work at Lulu's that he played gigs at, and he said he was a really fun guy to party with. Kinda sucks, eh? All the good people in the world die so young. I was thinking maybe that's what makes it easier for everyone else to die, because they're like, holy shit, all the good people are already there. It's like if they go in to see them, it's not that bad. It's like, hell, just going to party alone with Lemmy, that'd be pretty sick, no? Like, it's worth dying. Yeah, it looks like that deer just drowned. So they should really have just one turret there, so if shit was attacking me, I could lure it there. That way I could still hang out. Be cool if people that did Entropia streams hold a party here some night. For Lemmy's honor, we could all drink some booze and party here. Now I was thinking a bunch of people used to do Entropia radio. Is that stuff still going? To be honest, I was so into paranormal radio that I wasn't listening to anything else but that. So I haven't checked out the Entropia radio scene yet. I somewhat heard about it, but can't remember what happened. I went to the website and it wasn't playing, and or I probably screwed it up somehow. You know, that panther looks like he's guarding some oil. Or not oil, beer. Yeah, so if anyone wants to help me out, I got those free Bitcoin spins that you can do. I can't promise that they're ever going to be linked to the Entropia universe. The only evidence I have that that was ever even a possibility was that item that I still have in my inventory. It talks all about it. I used to like the Entropia, or the Never Die wallet system. I just never invested into it because I've always been skeptical of Bitcoin and all that. So I was a little bit hesitant to do it. Which kind of pisses me off, because a lot of times if I would have invested in Bitcoin, I would have been a multi-millionaire by now, but I don't want to get too much into that. Sure, everyone could say the same thing. Now, I used to listen to the radio show, was it Coast to Coast AM? And they had episodes talking about Bitcoin, and how that if you invested in it, you'd be a millionaire. No one believed them. Fucking all the other stuff I believed on that show, and for some reason I didn't believe the Bitcoin episode. Oh man. Yeah, but it's not too late. You can play the Bitcoin for free on this lottery system. They only give you small amounts each time, but man, once you start getting a few referrals added, you wouldn't believe how fast it adds up. Especially if your referrals are good at betting with the Bitcoins. Because you can bet on anything from the lotteries to the sports, stock markets. It's fucking crazy how much you can bet. Right, I don't know what else I picked up here. Oh, here's some more. I was gonna leave, but I'm like, man, there's just no end to these kegs. They just keep pouring out. Thanks, Lemmy. Hey, isn't that funny, eh? Lemmy's gone and he's still providing. Music, kegs. Hopefully I can leave that kind of legacy. Let my YouTube archive live on for years. No, who am I kidding? As soon as the censors get a hold of this in the future, it's gone. Hell, even the president. Now, I figured the only thing I'm kind of in the luck now is when you post videos on YouTube, all of them say they're not made for kids now. So you don't really have to age restrict them because, like, what, aren't they all not made for kids? They have that kids content button and almost no one puts their videos on that unless it's actually like cartoons for kids. You know? Then everyone else is watching Joe Rogan smoke weed and drink beer. Alright, so I guess that's all the action for today. I don't want to be running around picking up free stuff forever. But before I leave, let's do a quick summary of what I've been doing today. So for shit I picked up off the ground, I did collect 300 sweat while you guys weren't watching, just before I turned on the recording, and everything started happening so quick. I'm like, shit, I was going to wait till a few more hours to record, and like, might as well do the episode right now, while everything's happening so fast. So this I didn't for shop, and I'm gonna move it to my storage. But this is one I picked up off the ground. Let's check it out. It's one of those fruits. You can make the Nutrio bars if you refine them with sweet stuff. So I might do that someday, because I bet you the Nutrio bars sell better at my shop than the actual fruit does. Fruit I've had at my sale for my shop for quite a while. Right, look at this haul. I got 21 dung when I was running around doing that AI mission at Camp Crunk. Couldn't find anything for AI, but I got the dung. Let's merge these. So I got 15 Motorhead kegs. And their markup value is around 200%. To be honest, when I sell them at my shop, I sell them for 300%, and they still sell pretty quick. So if anyone's wondering, that's one advantage to having a shop on Rocktropia. Let's see. How much are they worth each? Yep, so it's 1 pack each, so 15 pack. Hey, maybe this is the stack from the 2 oil rigs. So 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 from the 1 rig, 3, 6, 9, 12 from the other oil rig. So 12 and 12 is 24. So I made 24 pack. Let's merge it and see. 25. Bet you someone added it up right and was like, you idiot! At least I was pretty close. Maybe there was one that I couldn't see. Maybe that's what it was. Alright, so let's check out the markup value on oil. Obviously it's going to be a lot lower. Yeah, crude oil is worth 106%. You could refine it and see what it's worth as regular oil. But as a total, that's what, 46 ped plus 50, 61. So I think I mean, or no, that's not ped. This is just 21. Yeah, so that's 30, 40 pack I made. Yeah, that's right. 30, 40. So 30 pack or 40 pack I made, plus a little bit of markup on the Motorhead kegs. So you're not going to break the bank or make a bank by collecting this stuff, but it's kind of neat to mix up with sweating. And I'll get back to some more sweating in a sec. Yeah, let's do that now. Alright, so while that teleporter is getting ready, I'll go over what sales I made. Or no, I already did do that. Oh, I remember what I wanted to do. Yes, I got my metal residue for sale. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Alright, so look at the shop sales. Alright, my total on shop sales is now up to over 100 ped. You can see the different prices I had. Those were those gift boxes, a bunch of the other stuff. So it's nice to see pages and pages of sales for a change. Now a big shout out to everyone who's helping the show out by shopping at my shops. I'll try to even stock them with better items as people keep giving me stuff. Wouldn't that be neat if people kept giving me items for cheap? Like that one guy was saying he could hook me up with a bunch for cheap. Yeah, so then I'll be able to just stock the shop with really cheap stuff and hopefully make that as like a headquarters we can do parties at sometime. That'd be pretty cool. Anyone want to do that? Big party on FOMA sometime? Maybe we'll do it for my birthday. It's in December. December 2nd. We can make it my 40th birthday party, but it'd be a year late. Alright, so yeah, that's what I got. It's 100 ped. And I do have the Entropia exchange money. It's what, another 36 ped. So, yeah, we're going to be getting close. I'm at the point where I probably could just withdraw my Entropia partners' money and reach the 1,000. But I'd like to build that all the way up to 1,000 on its own. Fuck, man. Can't believe those blisters that I have on my fingers, they're fucking not only infected, but now they're bleeding. That's not a good sign. They should have already crusted over. I shouldn't have fucking worked and got them dirty again. Alright, sorry to finish the show on such a brutal note. I gotta go disinfect my hands. Alright, I'll try to finish the sponsors quick. Got the sex machine, got the t-shirts, got the best t-shirts in all of Entropia from Raven Jade. And what else was there? Entropia Partners, Swag Bucks, the Bitcoin Lottery, and Hideout TV. So you can get paid to watch videos similar to YouTube. But there's some region-specific stuff for that, so hopefully that works out for everyone, depending where you live. Alright, and take care everyone, and make sure that you never buy any of the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. Bye for now. See you tomorrow, God willing. Wrong scene. See you tomorrow. Man, look, I didn't take my pants off yet. Alright, see you guys tomorrow. There's a sub link and a video, but